Hey! Hey! How you doing? This is probably the only racing we're going to see today.
You know, when it comes to my experience with dirt, Shannon, I'm used to growing really nice tomato plants. But, you know, I think I would want to be in that second or third. I mean, it's going to be slick and wet right off the get-go.
Yeah. It's
Let me get this YouTube thing going.
When they started off, it was still the most damp that it was, but it was so dry compared to right now. So I would definitely, it's going to be fun to watch this first one, but if I had to be in it, if I had to go for how much money is it going to pay, I'll take the second or third.
We have to make a lot of tomatoes to get the money that you're going to get. A lot of tomatoes. Well, it's 4 heat races, 15 laps each. We'll show you now who's going to be lining up in each of the heat races. David, who stands out to you in heat race number 1?
You know, Bubba Wallace, starting in 8th. He's a winner in the Truck Series at Eldora. He's going to gain some valuable experience. And our buddy Kevin Harvick, who had a lot of fun yesterday. I think he's wishing he probably could be in that second or third qualifying race.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mike Marlins.
Hey, Robert. So, Robert, the rain has stopped there for now, but there's more coming. There's probably not going to be a race tonight, but it looks like they can get the heat races in. The heat races look like they're good to go. Yeah, I was going to stream the heat races anyway, Michael, but this is probably the only racing you're going to see tonight. And probably the only racing you'll see till Monday. Or tomorrow night. I think tomorrow night the weather's pretty good in Bristol, but all day tomorrow it's supposed to be bad again. So it'll probably be a double header tomorrow if they can squeeze something in. If they can squeeze the truck race in sometime tomorrow. But, you know, it's not looking good tonight, I can tell you that. Matter of fact, I'll see if I can show you myself. Bristol, Tennessee weather. It's not looking good for about 6 o'clock on, maybe.
And it's not like he does this a lot, but what a great experience he's going to get. So this is good for him.
Show you this, and then I'll see if it'll let me show the radar. So the chance of rain is going way up. Earlier it was only like 35%. It's now at 57 at like 7 o'clock. There's like a giant wall of storms and rain coming. So I doubt you get to see the truck race later. But the heat races, we look good to go.
She's going to have to pass some trucks, and
dirt racing's better at night. Night racing is better for dirt.
She needs to have a respectful race because that's going to determine whether she.
Here's the radar. I don't know if it's going to play on my stream or not, but here's the radar. And there's the time. So right around 6:30, 7 o'clock, we're fucked. I see it's not really playing. Or maybe it will. Yeah, I heard that dumb shit Richard Petty said. I don't think over half of Richard Petty's 200 wins were very professional, but that's another story.
Yesterday, Shannon, and she's going to have the best seat in the house, so she'll be starting on that front row. And what else happens?
So basically, the weather forecast for later is fucked tonight, and it's only getting worse.
Starting in the second, third, fourth row.
Shut up, David Reagan. I ain't got time for your rock star bullshit. Can't hear myself think as David Reagan was yapping. Really looking forward to these races whenever they happen, whether it be tomorrow night or Monday or whenever, but they're not happening. Nothing's happening tonight except these heat races. They need to hurry up and get on with it, though, to at least get the heat races in. It'd be a damn shame to not even get the heat races in, because I was really looking forward to these. Hey, Janet. It's been an education this week about dirt racing. You know, my dirt knowledge is limited. But I know they can't race in mud. Track looks pretty good right now. But they're really packing it to make sure it's going to be raceable. I don't know. The weather tomorrow is a little better, especially tomorrow night. Still can't decide who I think. I got a bold, well, it's not really a bold prediction. I think Kyle Busch is going to win the Cup race. Starting to really feel like Kyle Busch is going to win tomorrow or Monday, whenever it happens. What a surprise. Spring race at Bristol is getting rained on again for the 95th time in the last 100 years. Last year, Bristol happened way later than it usually does because of COVID. But, yeah, as long as I can remember, it rains every fucking year for the spring race at Bristol. Richard Petty is the most overrated driver of all time, but that's another story. Look at these heat races. 15-lap heat races. You get passing points for each spot you gain from the beginning of the race to the finish. Like if you start 11th to finish second, you get 9 points added to your total, so you can actually finish second and get a better starting spot than the guy who won the heat race. Winner of the heat race gets 10 points, second place 9, and so on. It goes down. Hey, Lori. These heat races better be entertaining. Like I said, it's the only thing we're going to see today. By the way, they weren't in commercial. I was just trying to fucking formulate thoughts, and I couldn't because they wouldn't shut up. But that's their job. They're supposed to talk. Looks like the heat races are starting when they come back from this commercial. Everybody's strapped in the trucks and ready to go. They're running the 4 truck heat races, and there's the Cup heat races for tomorrow. And then after that, lots of rain. So we're here to have a good time, not be here for a long time tonight. I'm glad they're at least starting right now. I was not about to get on here and cover rain delay coverage. So I was watching the pre-race show right now, waiting, and then I saw guys climbing in their trucks, and I said, okay, I'll start a stream now. Gee, it's as if the spring race at Bristol needs to be like, I don't know, in May. It rains every March and early April at Bristol, so maybe they should move the first Bristol race to like May. You know. And it needs to be a night race. If it's going to be a dirt race, it needs to be a night race. That's better for dirt. We saw that in practice yesterday. The track was fucking black by the end of Cup practice, just from rubber. One thing I did like is how the bottom line was dominant. And I'm like, wow, we finally got old Bristol back. All we had to do was throw like 10 tons of dirt on the track, and we've got old Bristol back. When does the first heat race start? Like right now, as soon as they come back from commercial. The trucks are the ones doing the heat races right now. We got trucks, then Cup, and then later tonight, we were supposed to have a truck race. It's not going to happen. I'm saying that for reverse psychology, so I hope I'm wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you the truck race is not happening. Please let me be wrong. Reverse psychology. Because if I confidently assert that I'm correct, I will be incorrect. So yeah, truck race ain't happening tonight, guys. No way. Because I'm never right about anything. So I'd like to update you all on my NASCAR 2005 career mode. I'm in year 3. I'm a Truck Series owner now. I'm running trucks, Busch, and Cup all at the same time. Which is actually really fun, because sometimes I have to skip qualifying and start in the back. It's more fun that way. I qualify when I can, but if I see like a schedule conflict. You know what's really dumb in that game? It'll be like, all right, trucks, Busch, and Cup are at Dover on the same weekend, but all the truck races on Friday and the Cup qualifying is on Friday, so you can only do one or the other. I'm like, that's not how that fucking works. They're at the same track on the same damn day. They don't go on at the same time, so why can't I qualify for the Cup race and then run the truck race right after? But no, in the game, it will not let you do both. It's like you have to do one or the other. I'm like, well, that's fucking stupid. 2 seasons in a row, I didn't do the duels at Daytona because I wanted to qualify for the Busch race, because Busch Series Daytona in NASCAR 2005 is fucking tough if you don't have track position. So that's what I've been doing with my time. In between spells, okay, I worked every fucking day this week, and it was hell because I had about 3 nights in a row where I could not sleep worth the shit. I must have had about 8 hours of sleep in 3 days. I was a fucking zombie at work, dude. I was so ineffective at work and just so slow and lazy and just didn't feel like doing anything.
Back here on Race Hub, those two are ready.
Look at the little racist in his Kyle Larson shirt. I'm kidding. All right, settle in. We're going to hear Michael Waltrip pretend he knows anything about dirt racing. And we have trucks on dirt. Yay. They had the modifieds working in the grooves. We're going green next time from the look of it. 15 laps. No overtimes, no caution laps. Got some dirt ringers in this one. Mike Millar on the front row. Jake Griffin starting third. Got a lot of Cup guys racing in these trucks today throughout these heat races. We got Kevin Harvick and who else is in it? Bubba Wallace and Kevin Harvick are in this particular heat race. A little bit of moisture, well, some moisture for a dirt track is good, but they had like torrential downpours there earlier, turned the track into just mud and just slippery shit. I think Dylan's on his way. Is Matt Crafton in this heat race? No. Look at the leaderboard. Austin Hill, Kevin Harvick, Austin Wayne Self, Bubba Wallace, Chandler Smith, Tyler Rankrum, Stuart Friesen, Chase Purdy, Jake Griffin, Tate Fogelman, and Mike Millar. Oh my God, Austin Wayne Self is in the same heat race as Bubba Wallace. He has his chance to just take him out if he wants. Known racist Austin Wayne Self has to race against Bubba Wallace. Unlike Austin Wayne Self, Bubba Wallace has won truck races in the past. I don't think anybody this weekend's having more fun than Kevin Harvick, from what I've heard.
Happy Harvick, Bubba Wallace in there as well. Nice lineup. That's how the onboard looks.
Check out Bubba Wallace. Gonna hop inside of his truck. Columbia onboard there.
I don't know which heat race Matt Crafton's in. We'll find out when he's in it.
We're getting ready to go racing, Vince. Rained and stormed all day. We're gonna hop on board.
Kevin Harvick with the Joey Logano cosplay. He has goggles on under his helmet.
He's got a big smile on his face. Toyota.
It's gonna get messy out here today.
Stuart Friesen.
That clay on top of all that dirt is so sticky. It's like fudge.
It's gonna get muddy.
Green flag. Fogelman thought he jumped the start apparently because he backed way off for no reason as they crossed start finish. Ooh. 3 wide. And how they can't see. Those trucks in the back cannot see. Look at all the mud that's all over the windshields. There's no way those guys behind the leaders can see. Like the front 3 trucks have clear windshields, but everybody behind them is completely covered in mud. This is really cool though. You ain't got to worry about this track drying out and cautions out.
And that is the problem right there.
That's why, oh wow. They had to throw a caution because there's too much mud. So we raced 2 laps and a caution's out because half the field can't see.
Red flag this thing. Let them clean their grills. That's the main concern.
Good God.
Well, you got to be able to see where you're
Look at
going
that.
to.
Harvick looks like he drove his truck into a birthday cake.
Do you think Harvick is quite as excited
What heat race Jessica Friesen in? I don't know. I haven't really seen the lineups. We're just kind of finding out as we go here. Yeah.
driving these things? Situation.
So I'm not a dirt racing expert, but was that a really dumb idea to start that heat race right now? I know they were eager to get them in, and I'm eager for them to get these in, but was that not a dumb idea? Because look at this shit.
And yet they're able to get out there, run 3 or 4 laps, and figure it out right quick.
The only truck with a clean windshield's the 56, Marlar, because he was up front.
Who was in front of the field? His grill is clear, and the 34.
Everybody, oh, the 34 is pretty clear. He can see.
Clear
Jake Griffin.
on the front, and Griffin, who was behind him in the 34. Look at the difference.
Also, ain't it nice this weekend we get races without splitters on? We have raised ride height and no splitters on trucks or cars this weekend. Isn't that great? Just how NASCAR racing should be.
Good up where I was.
I think if this goes well this weekend, this opens up a lot of possibilities for the future of NASCAR. Yeah. Green flag, and Kevin Harvick can't fucking see already.
Listen to him work that gas.
His onboard camera is fucked. And it keeps trying to clean itself off, but it won't come off. Yikes. I want to go to Twitter and see what the dirt experts are saying, because I am not a dirt expert. I've been watching NASCAR my whole life. I don't even know how to call a dirt race. And also, Vince Welch said we're green at Eldora at the start of the race. Anybody else catch that? We're at fucking Bristol. And Vince Welch said, we're green at Eldora. It's just not meant to be today, guys. I don't think we're going to see any racing today.
Cool as that was.
This is just not meant to be.
And those guys couldn't see. You can imagine
There they are changing grill openings on several trucks.
Wow. What a challenge. What a mess. Hey, shout out
Roush
to-
Fenway posted a picture of Chris Busher watching from the hauler. It says Chris has been laughing nonstop watching all these trucks get covered in mud. Yeah, it's unbelievable. You can't race in these conditions.
I have a little radio from the 26 camp of Tyler
Ask
Rankin.
Brad Sweet, please. Yes. Literally can't see, Tyler Anker said. Don't worry, we can see that you can't see.
Vince from up above here in the booth with all these wonderful onboards you talked
What do you
about.
do, though?
Teams have risen to the challenge.
What the fuck do you do now?
What are
How
these
can we
teams
race?
looking at right
What are we
now?
gonna do?
What's the challenges?
Michael, they're not looking at much. This actually just came off of the
There's a
26
windshield
tire.
tear off of
I
the
can tell you these
26.
tires Normally, maybe, I don't know.
Why does it all look like doo-doo? I know it's mud, but this is some like disgusting imagery we're seeing this weekend. Looks like all the cars are covered in shit.
That's possible, but I've never seen anything like this. And I've told you, I've not spent much time at dirt tracks, so this is all new to me. But teams down here, they're pulling the tear-offs.
Dale Earnhardt would have cleaned his truck while he was still in it driving.
Replacing those, putting some clean ones on there, so a lot of work going down
There you
there.
go, wipe off Harvick's onboard camera.
You see some of the onboard that are having to be
For
cleaned
God's
off
sake.
as well. So hopefully we can continue to give you those views. But this is going to be, with as wet as this track is and the amount of moisture in it and the mud that is getting kicked up.
This is just the fucking shits. Like we finally get dirt racing, and it rains all fucking week. This is fucking retarded, and it's nobody's fault. It's just God hates NASCAR. God hates NASCAR. Me and Dylan are probably going to end up hanging out playing my PS2 tonight. We are not going to be watching any racing. Denny, remove the windshields. So now I feel stupid. I shouldn't even started the stream, but I don't know shit about dirt racing. I feel like if I did know anything about dirt racing, I would have taken one look at that track and be like, this ain't going to fucking work. I ain't streaming this because now I'm stuck here hanging out with you guys for a little while. Somebody go ask Dave Blaney. Get him on the horn. I heard him on the Dale Jr. download this week. This is not good. Practice yesterday was so fun. I watched every practice yesterday. It looked so fun and so promising. And then it fucking rains. All weekend. Maybe next year they'll bring screens with them they can run. And just let the drivers get smacked in the face with mud. How about that? That's like the dirt racing equivalent of dirty air. It's like, oh, if you want your truck to be fine, don't run behind someone. Don't run behind someone. Run a different line. You don't want to get covered in dirt, just run a different line. Now get back out there. I don't know when it stopped raining. I've been sort of keeping track today of the weather situation and whatnot. It's been a few hours. I think it stopped raining 3 o'clock or maybe a little before. The storms moved through there quick, but it was really heavy rain with more on the way. Look at that. Big old pile of fucking clay in Regan Smith's hand.
We are definitely racing in the dirt. If I needed any more proof, it would be this 15-pound clump of mud. This just rolled out from the back of one of these trucks. These crew members are actually now trying to get all the mud out from underneath these trucks. Vince, Michael, I gotta tell you,
whose idea was this?
I can tell you there's at least probably 50 pounds that rolled out of this truck of Tyler Ankram's right now worth of mud. I don't know.
Put the splitters on them. Put the splitter back on them.
Trying to make these trucks perfect. This is going to change it completely right here.
Well, you got that right.
That's a lot of fucking dirt and mud.
The late models are going to come back out and put some more laps.
Yeah, it's really going to fucking help, ain't it?
Otherwise, Mike, until they get this thing a little more dry and a little more packed down, you're going to have this problem just repeat.
Boy, some sunlight would help, but Bristol's not going to see the sun for 3 damn days. I'm ashamed of myself for making that reference. They got late models running around. Hey, Kevin Harvick's truck's looking better now. You can see the windshield again. There's Harvick in there.
Risen to the occasion, got the windshields clean, pulling dirt out, and now
Hey, there's a cop car on the track. Who stole the pace car again?
Maybe the trucks, as heavy as they are, just dig down a little bit deeper into the dirt and flick up.
That was a thing I noticed in Cup practice yesterday. The Cup cars were really digging into that fucking... They were leaving like divots in the dirt after like long green runs. Not even really long green runs. It was just by the end of practice there was like huge bumps in the track from where they'd wore down. Gee, it's as if we have too much fucking downforce on race cars and trucks and NASCAR these days or something. I don't know. Maybe we should lighten up on that, don't you think?
This is certainly a new challenge.
I know they raised the ride height and took the splitters off, but we can do better.
And hopefully run it in and make it a raceable.
Yeah, because you watch these late models run around here, they're not kicking up any dirt. But those trucks are just digging in. Hey, there's Kyle Larson and Chase Briscoe.
Some of the best dirt guys in the country, Kyle Larson, Chase Briscoe. Guys, did you expect that when they went green right there that it would look just like that?
I honestly thought they would have never turned and all hit the wall, so I was surprised they made it to the quarter.
Kyle Larson says he's just impressed that they finished a lap.
So hopefully these late models go out there, maybe they'll burn some of the slime off and we can get back racing.
Is this something that basically when the slime happens, is there anything that we can do to try to keep it from getting out the windshields, or is that just a product?
I think there's 4 laps like they're doing right here is the best thing you can do.
We need like a 100 lap sprint car feature before these fucking heat races.
Wheel spin, just get the slime burned off of it.
Chase, what I need to know from you now is, I've heard of a dry slick track. I've heard
Man, I'd love to just hop in that fucking late model, go out there and slide around. Track prep. You talk about, it's way better than watching a jet dryer running around. Bring your jet dryers out. Fucking burned down to the concrete underneath all the dirt.
It's just greasy right now, and it's going to take a little while.
That's the word of the day. They're saying the track's greasy. Very greasy.
The windshields and the biggest thing is just the motor's overheating. It's just going to take more cars running around here to blow it off.
I'll be right back in a second.
You've got a couple heat races before you go out. Do you ask your crew chief to try and change anything last second because of what you're seeing?
Yeah, I couldn't really hear what he said, but I felt like he said something about setup. So really the biggest thing is, if your car was tight yesterday, it's going to be tighter today. I think all of us were preparing to race on a really slick racetrack. So I know for me personally, I'm really worried about being way too tight right here. But I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully we race. If we race, the dirt guys are finally going to have a huge advantage, I feel like. So we'll see.
I think you guys have a huge advantage anyways, and good luck in your heat races. Thanks for trying to clear some of this up for me. I have no clue what I'm doing here.
I would certainly agree with that, Regan. Those guys have a big advantage either way. They're superior dirt trackers. Kyle Larson and Chase Briscoe.
Yep, this is us. This is our future. This is what we're doing this weekend. I heard about the procedural changes they've made to the Cup race tomorrow. And NASCAR specifically mentioned the 2008 Brickyard 400 as the example they do not want to repeat. So, Stage 1 tomorrow goes from 75 laps to 100 laps. There'll be a competition caution at lap 50. Stage 2 will be 100 laps with a competition caution 50 laps in as well for track prep and tire work. Apparently the tires were wearing way more than they expected. Every team gets an extra set of tires on top of what they already have. They said they really don't want this to be remembered like the 08 Brickyard 400, so they're erring on the side of caution, like just making sure that we get a good race. So I was fine with it. Personally, I would just ditch the competition caution and shorten the race to 200 laps because I feel like 250 laps is far too long for a dirt race. And the race should be at night because dirt track sitting out in the sun. Not that it's going to be sunny most of tomorrow. It's going to rain tomorrow. But I'm just saying next year, maybe make this race a night race. We'll have trucks on Friday night and Cup on Saturday night, and everybody will be happy. Only run on dirt on daylight if you have to, if it gets rained out to like the next day or something. But I think it should be a night race. Better for dirt. Hey, Caden. We're red flag 2 laps into the first fucking heat race for the trucks. This has inspired me. I think I've been thinking about jumping in NASCAR Heat 5 and fucking around with the dirt cars again. Because it looks like fun. Dirt's not my area of expertise, but it looks like fun. And I told you guys, I think Kyle Busch is going to win tomorrow. That's not my official pick just yet, but I feel like Kyle Busch might win tomorrow. If anybody's going to go out there and upset Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell and whoever, it'd be Kyle Busch. It's Bristol. That's his fucking track. He's been racing a lot of dirt. He's ready. He's as ready as anybody to win, and he's got the talent. Red. No, it's not rain. It's just mud. They worked the track in with the late models, but the trucks got out there and were pressing so low it was kicking up chunks of mud, and everybody from third on back could not see, so they had to red flag the whole damn race. Nobody could see. They came out of turn 2 on lap 1, and half the field was blind, and the grills were completely fucking caked with dirt and mud. Hey, we can say the first 2 laps of those trucks running out there might have been some good prep. I seem to kick up a lot of excess mud.
For us, it depends on your perspective, I guess, and maybe where you were sitting.
God almighty.
Kevin Harvick was one of those out in it. Let's see if
Too much mud.
Hey, Kevin, it's Michael and the boys.
Talking to Harvick now. Harvick looks like Santa Claus in his fire suit.
Well, I love the idea of the Hunt Brothers pizza can, but I'm telling you what, it didn't work at all in that launch there. What did it look like from your angle?
Yeah, that's probably as uncomfortable as I've ever been in a race car and made a race there. You know, as soon as everybody put the throttle down, and we got a draw in the back of the pack here, and it just caved onto the front window. So that's the unfortunate part.
Oh, come on. You only got to run 13 more laps. Get back out there, guys.
I don't see that changing anytime soon. It's not really fair to everybody to have to drive with their windows shut. So.
Nah, y'all can make it 13 more laps. It'll get worked in better as each heat race goes on. Come on, don't be a baby, Harvick.
I tell you, yesterday you had as much fun
Be a man.
as you had in a truck, and now it was the worst you've done. Can you take us through what that was like, trying to drive and not being able to see?
I just had to look left, and you know,
Run the low line and look left. I've never heard of a race being under caution for too much dirt. Run low and look left. I saw Denny Hamlin make laps at Sonoma with his hood over his windshield once. It'll be fine. I'm kidding. Haley Deegan really impressed me in truck practice. She was third fastest overall, but that girl was letting that shit hang out. I actually would give Haley Deegan a shot tonight, just based on how she looked to me in practice. Boy, it's nice having practice back for a week. She went out there and immediately was dead fucking sideways, cutting good lap times.
With the brake pedal, and how much throttle you can give it when you get to the exit of the corner. So, you know, the tires have an extreme amount of wear. In the conditions that we were in yesterday, I think these will be better conditions. Just got to be able to see.
Has Keelan tried to help you at all? He's a pretty accomplished young racer, and you don't have a lot of dirt experience. How are those conversations gone?
He drove around like a wanker today, so he...
Did Harvick just say wanker in an unironic context?
Today, but Chase Briscoe is probably, you know, he's standing over here trying to walk me through this mess, but...
Will we have a photo finish?
I don't know what to
Maybe.
for no vision.
Are we talking Grant Enfinger at fucking Eldora? Maybe.
19-second bracket. I don't know if that means that's pretty fast. I don't know if that means the track's better or what, but I just thought you might like to know.
By the way, once again, Vince Welch called this track Eldora when the green flag dropped. He said, "We're racing at Eldora."
Not much help.
That's not a bad Vince Welch impression. We're racing at Eldora. We're at Bristol. It's like that time Bill Weber goes, Harvick sweeps at Bristol, and they were at Richmond. And Benny Parsons says, you big dummy. Ow. So I got tricked into covering red flag coverage anyway. That commercial doesn't make sense. If Blaney's out on the track playing with the dirt and them cars are going by, who's driving his car? I'm suing you, NASCAR. How will Jessica Friesen do? I have no fucking idea. I know she races other things, but it's her first time in a truck. I know it's happened before because I've heard them talk about it, but this is the first time in God knows when we've had a husband and wife combination be in a race together. We had a woman in her cuckold for several years in Cup. We had Danica and Ricky Stenhouse. No, I want Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, and Delana Harvick to run the 24 Hours of Daytona together. The cuckold racing team. Kevin Harvick lets Tony Stewart bang his wife. Boy, they must really be close friends. Kevin and Tony and Delana. I have seen Tony Stewart come up behind Delana, grab her ass, hug her from behind, and then like slap her ass, and Kevin Harvick just stand there smiling. I'm like, yep, they are best fucking friends. That's the kind of friendship you need. You need a guy you'll let come up and like slap your wife's ass and not even fucking flinch. With friends like that, who needs enemies? I didn't know this was going to be a talk show stream. Of course, it could turn into a NASCAR heat stream if this fucking delay goes on really long, which it looks like it might. Or I might just get the hell off here. Really, I'm just buying time. I want to hang out here for a good while before I stop the stream. Because I hate getting on the streaming for a few minutes and then jumping off. We've been on for about half an hour. A little more now. We'll hang out. If you guys got anything you want to ask or talk about to get my always correct opinion on. I'm so happy to not be at work today. Last 3 days really sucked. The simplest fucking job, and I was struggling along. Like, I could barely do anything. I was so out of it.
Put Heat Race 1
Just,
out on track.
I wanted to be anywhere but there.
This is what happened once they got the green.
This is basically a podcast stream. We got to watch like 2 laps.
Hard enough to drive these trucks.
Really, we only got to see a lap and a half. They threw the caution before they completed lap 2, so lap 2 doesn't count.
This creates all kind of
So we've only completed 1 lap.
You've heard of turn right to go left. I liked Harvick. He said he couldn't look out the window. He just had to look left.
Look left.
To try to
God almighty.
And this is, look at that.
What a mess.
I can't see.
So after 1 lap, the trucks were brought back down pit road and a big cleaning process underway. And eventually,
This is all Bubba's fault.
The track is just not going to be ready anytime.
Look at those dark clouds forming in the distance. That looks promising.
The drivers can get out of
Got
the
about another hour before we got to worry about
A
that.
few of the drivers that are going to be participating tonight, and
Wouldn't it be funny if Stuart Friesen won the Cup race?
Just standing here with me, watching the camera off to our side, and seeing the viewpoint that those guys had at the start.
Living on a prayer. They're playing Bon Jovi in the background. There's Bubba trying to hog the camera from Brett Moffitt. He just walked by in the background. I ain't watching NASCAR no more. Can't run single file unless you're the leader. Hey, it was working out great for Mike Millar.
Pretty crazy.
He didn't have a fucking bit of dirt on his windshield.
This rain coming in now is probably not helping that issue.
Oh, the car covers are coming back out, guys. It's raining. It's raining. Oh, man. Let's hang out for another 15 minutes or so, and then I'll get off here. It was just not meant to be today.
He has that beautiful water truck up here, and he got some laps in it yesterday, but unfortunately,
People are heading for the toilets in the background, and they're covering the trucks.
The unfortunate.
Holy
But,
fucking
the
shit.
fans here are awesome. It's great to see them here. Hopefully they can stick it out with us.
Last thing
Well, they're going to be waiting a while because we won't see you fuckers till tomorrow.
They told me don't wear black and don't wear white. So I didn't do either one of those things. You're in a white driver's suit. What are you thinking?
Yeah, Moffat's got a white fire suit. I just realized that.
So it looks great on an asphalt track. Clearly from practice yesterday, it's not turning out well. But I got a fresh one.
Good luck to your dry cleaners this week.
Good stuff for you.
There's Bubba.
Moffat, you see Bubba Wallace out of his truck.
Talking about a stylish driver's suit.
Yeah.
Bubba's fire suit is nice.
Be aware.
I don't usually like camouflage
And,
shit, but that looks good.
Water trucks, Al Neese,
Fashion over function.
Al Neese's business umbrella is
Heat 5
creating
stream. I wonder.
water trucks, and I can't tell you how many racetracks I've been to.
I don't
around the
know.
country where one of Al's water trucks have been out watering the racetrack.
There's a good shot of it.
Yeah.
See Neese.
I don't think we need any more water on this fucking racetrack. The water truck has the day off.
We are hoping to go racing yet this evening. We've got these 4 qualifying races.
It's
and
fucking
the
raining.
championship, the feature, if you will, to run tonight as well. But right now,
Them
we've
poor
got some
kids.
precipitation in the air, and you see that the fans that are starting to take cover and get a little rain protection, a little mud protection in that first lap. Coming back with the studio.
Well, Major, unfortunately, you got here just in time for the end of the stream, just about. I'm going to get off here in a couple minutes. This stuff ain't happening tonight. That was a really fun lap and a half, though. That was a really fun lap and a half. Mike Millar looks good in the lap and a half we ran. Who was that dude that almost won the truck race? Was it fucking... God, what was his name? He was a dirt ringer. And I remember his truck got spun out, and he ended up parked at the inside wall right in front of Kenny Wallace, and Kenny Wallace was hollering at the fucking track officials to help him back up instead of, like, trying to get him out. What the fuck was his name? I'm going to go to Racing Reference and find out. I'll just go to trucks at Eldora. I don't think a windshield wiper would have fixed that. I think the windshield wiper would have broken trying to get the damn mud off the front of these trucks just now. What year was it? Was it fucking 2016? I'll say it was 2016. Eldora. I'll know the name when I see it. Remember Rico Abreu? He's still out there racing everything you could find on dirt. What was this fucking dude's name? Bobby Pierce. That's it. I found his fucking name. Bobby Pierce. He damn near won Eldora. Yeah. Thank you, Bobby Pierce. Just now saw your comment. Thank you, Mark. Sorry for wasting your time and mine by starting a stream today. But in the spirit of optimism and hope, I really wanted to see a race today. Looks like the only racing I'm going to see is on my PS2, my PS5, or my PC. Yeah, real clay track. We're dealing with a makeshift dirt track. It looks great. It looks like a regular ass dirt track, but we all know this is like a bootleg dirt track. Especially with the way that shit was rubbering in yesterday. God. The boomer's like, look, you can see asphalt under there. First of all, Bristol's not fucking asphalt, dumb shits. It's concrete. That's rubber. But yeah, it looks like it's like going all the way through, but no, it's just the rubber. I thought some rain today would help, but I didn't want them to get torrential downpours. I don't even think it's like a real clay track problem. I think it's just the trucks and the cup cars. I mean, the cup cars are probably doing the same thing, but these things are packed with fucking downforce. Even with the raised ride height, no splitter and whatever, they are packed with downforce even still.
We did want the dirt to stay underneath the cars, of course, or the trucks. Of course, that's not happening right now. In Bristol, we see the trucks went out. They tried to attempt their qualifying races. They got 2 laps in, and mayhem broke loose. I'm Shannon Spake inside our Race Hub studios alongside the Hall of Famer Bobby Labonte and
Booby la booby.
All right, listen, I've been
Get your ass out there, booby.
I've seen animals on the racetrack, fans on catch fences. I really think I've seen.
Go fire up the simulators, run some iRacing shit.
Sometimes, Shannon, you know, during a long run, you get behind someone's leaking a little bit of oil, and sometimes you key your radio and say, "I can't see that good. I need to tear off my next pit stop." Well, I might have been stretching the truth a little bit, but I don't think anyone was stretching the truth when they said.
That David Reagan, that's a rock star right there.
Totally different. I mean, obviously, NASCAR
UPS
tried,
always thought so.
These truckers try to get out there and run that first qualifying race, and track was just obviously too wet. I didn't really see this coming as that bad. By the time
Me neither, but I'm not a dirt connoisseur.
Couldn't see, but the leader. So, you know, they just it's just a tough, and you know, you just like we see here. I mean, the dirt was so, or the mud,
So sticky. It's a bukkake of dirt.
what we saw yesterday in practice. You know, this was
It's a bukkake of dirt.
so dry. You know, like they say, they wanted water yesterday. Today they don't want water. So
Oh my goodness.
Too much fucking water.
And, you know, when you're going to your local dirt track and you see these dirt late models or modifieds, a lot of times they have screen with a few safety bars in front of the driver. So the driver has tear off. So he may get, you know, 10 or 12.
Working
14
at the
tear-offs
car
that
wash.
But you can't do
They should be
that
playing that
with
over the
all these
PA right
trucks
now
and
at Bristol.
cars, this weekend at Bristol. So, yeah, I mean, it's something that they'll have to learn from. And we left yesterday with everything being so smooth. The weather was nice. The track was prepared.
Well,
very
NASCAR's in
And
town.
this
It's
is
gonna
just
rain,
another,
so.
you know, something that the guys at Bristol Motor Speedway, NASCAR, that they'll work through. They'll make some adjustments and figure it out.
This is why we can't have
You know,
nice things.
What I've seen with the trucks at Eldora in the past, it's always been packed down and dry. You know, you never really saw a problem with that. But obviously, weather, Mother Nature couldn't, you know, is going to create a little bit of moisture today. And, you know, what's going to be for the future? I mean, maybe, like you said, maybe it's no windshields and no back glass. And do you do like a dirt car?
See, Bobby Labonte's thinking outside the fucking box. No windshields, no glass. Let's put a fucking screen up next time.
It just takes a lot of maintenance, and that's what we see at a track like this.
Yeah, we did hear some people yesterday asking, like, is there really
NASCAR's getting their education in dirt racing.
This is proof there is definitely dirt out there, but it's not going to look like this when these guys race. Hopefully, right?
Hopefully. Well, we can't race like this, lady.
I agree with Bobby. The track looked like it was drying out in the racing groove. They had these packing cars that basically just go out and pull some of that moisture up, try to pack the track as much as you can. But what happens when you have a 600 horsepower race car and they step on the gas? You know, you don't have mud flaps on these trucks. So
Big bottoms. Is that a Spinal Tap reference, David Reagan? He said mud flaps.
And they'll reevaluate the situation.
So yesterday was dusty. Today is
Dusty Rosie Malcondream, baby, if you will.
Too much mud.
Yesterday
So
was
somewhere in the middle
dusty.
they can find this. And I mean, it just takes a little bit of time, and they'll figure it out. But hopefully, you know, again, I think Kyle Larson said he was surprised they made it through turn one. Well, they did. Nobody wrecked, but they just couldn't see. So at least they got a truck to finish off here, so that when they do get ready.
I did love it when Regan was talking with Kyle Larson and Chase Briscoe, because they were just like, hey, yeah, this is what we see all the time when we're out here.
But if you're a fan of dirt racing, if you're a driver that's been at the dirt track a lot, you have a lot of these situations.
Yeah.
Again, what we've been talking all week, the track's going to change. You know,
I didn't know dirt racing was such a logistical pain in the ass.
It depends on how aggressive you can be as a driver and get out.
But it
there and
makes
out the groove.
sense.
So yeah, they're kicked back like, oh, this is normal. You know, we'll hang out. And a lot of times these dirt races, they drag on to what, midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 a.m.
Yeah, the boomers don't complain about dirt races lasting till 1 a.m., but if NASCAR goes like, y'all went late, what the fuck? NASCAR, make it not rain or I'll never watch again.
This look Norman happens. No big deal.
Bobby started
Before I go, let's check the Bristol weather one more time so we can be all grim and pessimistic as I get off here.
We talked about some of those dirt regulars, of course.
Bristol,
Kyle Larson,
Tennessee
Chase Briscoe,
weather.
Stuart Friesen, another one of those guys, looking to make a little bit of history tonight.
Do the
Just
hourly
like
first,
Jessica
and then
does
I'll
make
look at the,
field for the truck race.
oh
Regan
boy, yeah,
Smith
we're
and
fucked.
Megan Smith, Regan's wife, had a chance to
Strong
sit down with
thunderstorms,
Chase Briscoe.
95% chance. Yeah. Excuse me.
When you reach up and you
That's a goddamn shame, y'all.
how long you feel it.
How's tomorrow looking? Better, but pretty bad. Actually, you know what? Tomorrow night, I think we will see a race. I think we'll see a race tomorrow night around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Don't know when they're going to get the trucks in. Probably have to come back Monday. Do it Monday evening. That'd be fun. Come home from work and watch that. All right, y'all. Well, I guess I'm going to disappoint you. I got to get off here. No point in hanging out. I'm running out of fucking steam, and shit's just not happening today. Why don't we do 2-lap qualifying? I like heat races. Heat races are better. But bad circumstances. Anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow, because I will not see you again tonight. This is a wash. So, have a good night, guys. Hopefully we'll have better luck tomorrow.